There's that saying out there that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. That's really important when it comes to occupational wellness. And that's not just for occupation, that's also for schools too. So when you guys are going to be applying to colleges, that's going to be really important, making sure that you guys are going and touring these schools and doing that type of thing, talking with professors, making sure that they have the right program for you and the right kind of assets. That's really important when it comes to occupational wellness, so that you're finding the best environment for you, the best fit that suits your wellness needs properly. Volunteering is also really important because it helps you get ingratiated into the community, helps you with that cultural factor that we were just talking about, things like that. Makes you feel like a better person, which is good, and you're basically overall boosting that occupational wellness. Physical wellness, so things like activity and diet. Wonders, why might these be super important factors when it comes to overall physical wellness? And how can you apply them in like a real world?
So getting a regular physical activity, again, not only boosts like your overall like body composition, but also can have an effect on your mind as well. And also what you eat, like what you eat, or what you are, what you eat. So again, if you're eating not very good food, which I mean, you're not going to have very good physical wellness. So kind of having a balance between activity and your diet.
Mm-hmm. And how might it play a role in the other dimensions of wellness that we've talked about?
So I guess you can think of it in terms of physical wellness. Like some people are professional athletes, so that could be their type of job. Like I know a lot of people love to play football, basketball, so being able to play that as their job would be a very good thing for their self-esteem and their mental wellness.
Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. And then we have social wellness, so connections, support groups. So this is basically your social network, not just like social networking as in social media, but your actual peer-to-peer contact, your everyday life, your friends, your social workers that are your social peers, the people that you work with, and your occupation, wherever it may be. Social wellness is extremely important because as human beings, the social aspect of life is very important. We need to feel needed, we need to feel loved, those types of things, which also plays a role in some of the other dimensions of wellness. But being able to communicate with others, express your feelings, feel empathy towards them and have them feel it towards you for good things and bad things is extremely important when it comes to social wellness. It's a really key important role, or it plays a key important role when we're talking about other dimensions too, such as emotional wellness, environmental wellness, physical wellness, having like a workout buddy, that's how that can play a role. Things like that basically are how it interacts with the other dimensions. Spiritual wellness. So we have mindfulness, values, and beliefs. So a lot of people commonly mistake the spiritual wellness for things like religion, but that's not always the case in this scenario. Most times it can be based on values and beliefs. Bless you. However, it's basically just what you believe in as a whole. It's who you are and basically the values that you set for yourself individually on a day-to-day basis to live the best life that you can. Mindfulness is also extremely important when it comes to spiritual wellness because it also plays a role in the other dimensions as well, like the social wellness, how we were talking about how it's important to be able to talk to others, environmental, emotional, we talked about cultural awareness and how that's going to be extremely important for you guys as you go through life. So being able to be mindful and understand different people have different points of view on things and being able to not get mad when your views don't align, basically, and be open-minded to what they have to say is extremely important when it comes to spiritual wellness. All right, so now that we have basically discussed the tools for the 8 dimensions of wellness, and been able to explain how they interact together, how to apply them in a real-world scenario, and how they affect you on a day-to-day life, or day-to-day basis. I want you guys to pair up one more time, and actually you guys can all get together, because I only had enough printing money for one. And you guys can go over these scenarios, and then kind of talk about them a little bit, and answer the question below it. And so basically it's just what dimensions are portrayed in this scenario and are they positive or negative. So you guys can talk about the questions that we asked at the beginning, basically see how, basically you guys are going to be identifying what the dimensions of wellness are in the scenario, okay?
We'll accelerate through this just
Okay.
to get somebody else into it.
All right, so do you want me to just go over one with the whole?
Yes, why don't we
Okay.
go through a whole one?
Yep, okay, so the first one that I have is Susie finally got that promotion she has been working towards for a year now. She is super excited and knows that she will excel. Although she is super happy about her new position, she recently started to notice that she is spending significantly more time in the office and hasn't really interacted with her friends lately. She loves this new position, but it is taking away from spending time with her friends. So can anybody tell me what different dimensions of wellness were listed in that scenario?
Occupational.
Occupational? Okay, how was occupational listed?
She got a,
Promotion. Yep.
there you go.
Okay. What else was listed in there?
Social.
Social. Yep. She was because she got that new job and she elevated the wellness level for occupational. Her social wellness level went down a little bit.
You could even include intellectual in terms of what she's learning new on the job as well as the,
Correct. Yep. So now her intellectual wellness is going to go up, but she's also sacrificing that social wellness at the same time. Yeah. For the sake of time, we can say that was good. All right, yeah, so I heard a lot of good conversation on that. It sounded like you guys really understood the topic. So now basically what I want you guys to do is basically understand your own individual levels of wellness on all of the 8 dimensions. So basically this is your assignment for tonight. It is called the Princeton You Matter Wellness Self-Assessment. So it has a bunch of questions on here, and you guys are going to list or circle basically the number value that you feel relates to you the best, and then you'll tally them up, and it will basically give you your score, and it'll tell you basically whether you're above or below kind of the average for where you should be for each dimension of wellness. I want you guys to use the SMART goal system. The SMART goal system is basically using specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic and time-bounded goals to create or think about what you guys want to improve on in your life. And you guys will use that to answer the questions at the back of the assessment, okay? And then those assessment questions are basically having you pick 1 or 2 of the dimensions, and then you will talk about why you want to focus on that goal, why you want to improve that goal, and things like that. And then tomorrow, what we'll do is you guys will bring these back in, and then we will talk about it. We'll go over them, we'll discuss and how and why you picked what you did, and then we're going to take a short quiz, okay, on the 8 dimensions. It'll be pretty quick, but most of tomorrow's class is going to be discussion. So you guys are free to go now.
I like that. That's good. It's really